I'm Maren Morris, and this is Behind the Easel. So my new album is called Dreamsicle. So I was in my head trying to think of a color that was a little bit like pastel-y orangey yellow. Oh, that's lovely. I think I'm just gonna make a little like dreamsicle cone, or attempt to.
This is how a woman lives, if this is how it's gonna be now.
This album is a snapshot of the year that brought you back to life. What can you tell us about that year?
It was really healing. When you go through something like divorce or just a huge life event, everything sounds like it's gonna be extremely, doomsday. No, it's just kind of revealing the truest part of yourself, and that is not a comfortable thing to go through, but you kind of have to. No, I'm really happy, and I have amazing people around me that helped sort of pull me through it, and this album was definitely made in the midst of all of that. So I wanted to title it Dreamsicle because it's one of the songs on the record, but kind of just about enjoying things that are temporary, because it's all gonna melt away in some form or fashion. So it was my reminder to myself to just enjoy the moment and not overthink so much. I get in my head a lot. Very empathetic child that grew into this, and then you can kind of take more on than you should. I wouldn't really classify this record as like a breakup album. I think it's like more so the tail end of what a breakup is, and then what happens after, and then the year after. So it's a lot of like highs and lows, grounding and messiness, and a lot of like confusion, really. It's all in one, but also really freeing, really liberating. You kind of depressure the cabin in a good way. There's a song that's on the album, but it was also on my prior EP, Intermission, called Because of Course, that I wrote about my son Hayes. And the hook of the song is like, I'm always gonna love you because of course. Like, duh. He's been definitely like a constant in my life. These last few years, he just turned 5. He loves being on the road with me. So I think just like having a child that has been so adaptable to my life, because I knew becoming a mom, I didn't want to give up my work. I mean, that's the reason I was able to have him. I'm fortunate that he loves what I do and, is curious about it.
Well, you said he's curious about it. Do you think he's musically inclined? I mean, he's only 5, so it's might be too soon to tell, but.
He is. I mean, I wouldn't lie about it. He is. Like, I think it's just genetic at this point, maybe, but no, he's got amazing pitch. I mean, I think all kids are amazing with their imaginations, but making up stories is the same as making up songs, so who knows? I won't pressure him to be in the music industry, but if he wants to, sure. I mean, he'll still have to like get his own things going for himself, but strange if he wasn't like a little bit musical.
You're very candid about your healing journey, especially in songs like Carry Me Through, Cut, and Cry in the Car. In Cut, you sing about appearing to have it together, but also needing a moment to let your tears fall. Did you let all the tears fall?
There's always more tears where you thought where it was dry. I think it's good though, because it's like releasing the pressure valve, and it's good to cry. I don't like hold back my emotions anymore. I'm not quite as like tampered down. Like I'm a very strong person, but I think I go into like lockdown mode in conflict, and I really have tried to just be more open and vulnerable as I've aged, and it's just not as scary anymore because I feel like I've already been through some scary adult stuff. Like I don't know what else could give me a fright at this point. I think it's good to be open, and I would say motherhood has helped me with that too.
I have to ask you about Bed No Breakfast. I think it's something all single girlies can relate to. Did you draw any personal inspiration from your life in this song now that you're embracing this new chapter?
Oh yeah, Bed No Breakfast was definitely born out of being thrust back into the dating scene, and being like in my 30s, I'm not in my precocious 20s where you feel like you have to constantly be on and performing for the other person and faking for the other person. Honestly, like, I love my house. It's mine. I earned it, and I really like sleeping alone. So I think it was just in a funny way with my co-writers, a way to be like, how do I politely tell these people, like, when we're done, like, you can go? So yeah, now it's eternalized in a song.
Time check, you have about like 3 to 4 minutes left. How's your painting looking?
I'm loving this. Yeah, I gotta figure out some other object to put on here.
We played the part of our lives.
So another powerhouse artist that's been on a similar journey is Kelsea Ballerini. She's been so open about her new chapter as well. Have you guys ever traded notes or connected to kind of talk about your experiences?
Yeah, I mean, we've known each other in the business for so long, and she reached out to me shortly after, I guess, sorry. Oh God, I got paint on yours. She reached out to me because it's just nice to know, like, someone else has gone through this, not just like another person, but someone in the industry. And like, there's scrutiny and criticism that's public, and it's not a private event, like, even though it should be. It just isn't because of our work. So that meant a lot.
Would you guys ever collab since you're friends?
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's crazy we haven't, but I'm so proud of her and like the way she's navigated her career, and I love seeing talented people and kind people win.
I noticed that you went to Grammy camp, and Chappell Roan did too.
She did?
Yes. Which we
Whoa,
love.
that's
and she
wild.
just released her country song, The Giver. Have you connected with Chappell? Is there anything you want to tell her? Like,
I mean, it seems like doesn't need any advice. Like, she's got such a head on her shoulders, especially for she's not a new artist, but like just blowing up in such a way. Like, that's turbo speed. I'm so fortunate that I kind of had a slower burn with my career. I feel like she's handled it in such an honest, open way where I would have just mentally collapsed. I'm not here for unsolicited advice on something that I know very little about. I mean, I reached out to her a few months ago. I can't remember what it was after. I think she was just getting some flack for standing up for herself and her autonomy and privacy, and it was just such an inspiring thing. She was so sweet in her reply, and I think you just want to be surrounded by people and artists, and especially women in the industry. You feel so isolated because you do feel like you can't talk to your parents, you can't talk to your siblings, no one from home's gonna get it. So there are a few people walking on the planet that do. On the more artisty end, I would say Sheryl Crow has always given me amazing advice when it comes to career stuff or motherhood plus career. She's always been wonderful to bend the ear of. I'm lucky that I have a lot of support and women that have gotten divorced and gone through it, and with children and dating again, and it's a lot. So I would be the blind leading the blind most of the time, but no, it's been really helpful. I think it sounds cliche, but it's true. It's just through all of that, it's fun to date, it's fun to meet people, but I just my soulmates are my friends, and I think that's the balance that should be struck.
how's it looking?
I think it's okay. It's very rudimentary. It's not Picasso. Should I sign it?
Yeah. Did you have fun?
I did. This is so therapeutic. I tried to paint a dreamsicle with a bite taken out of it by some very large teeth. And then I was done with it and I had more time, so I added clouds. You can listen to my album Dreamsicle out May 9th.